family. Also, go to all social media platforms. Link will be in the description. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. It helps the channel grow. Thank you. Hey, what's up, man? What's up? What's going on? I tried to do this in private, but it seemed like it only wants to allow me to go live. So I'm doing this live. This is something that I actually wanted to post. Now, I'm assessing some teams, man, going into next year. In fact, I want to do as many as I can. If it's something that you guys would like for me to do for your team, let me know. But the reason why I started off with the Battle Boys is because when I selected players like Jungle and I was trying to get players like Caden and Travion, right? I just went on to the page of the Battle Boys, and man, I went through the roster. Some of these players may not still be on the team. However, I decided to select them anyway or whatever, put every picture on here. But man, I want to say this, and I don't think nobody can refute this. I think that SED Battle Boys season was not a success. And here's why I say that. What's up, Street? The reason why I said that the Battle Boys season SED wasn't a success was because of this. They had a super stacked team. And I didn't realize that until I went through their page. Now, I'm gonna actually show y'all the caliber of players that they had. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just think that Battle Boys had what it takes to beat a Supreme. They just didn't have the coaching far as that game, right? When it comes to that game, I think the coaches choked. We know the first time Supreme played them, it was a very close game. They almost beat Supreme, right? This is the team that I am aware of. This is the team that I felt that was going to play Supreme in the championship, which they end up doing, right? But let me show y'all this. Let me show y'all. And if y'all like what I'm doing, definitely let me know. If not, like I say, I'm for the people. But I just want to go through some of the rosters, right? And name some of these kids. Name the kids that they had on this team. And y'all tell me, was they overly loaded or did they just have a good team? Because I'm telling you right now, I'm leaning towards being overly loaded. Now, let's start off, okay? So we got one of the top receivers in the country, right? We got Ross Savage, Ryan Smarts Jr., one of the top dogs. Then we got Travion Square, one of the top receivers. Then we got Legacy Sykes, right? Dog, DN linebacker. Then we have Aiden Gibson, a.k.a. Mr. Touchdown himself. Now, we know this young man. Then you got the young man that I drafted, King Rush. All right? We already know who this young man is. Christian Washington, a.k.a. Jungle, right? The one-man army. I'm just saying, look at all of these players. Davion Davis, a.k.a. Pancake. Then we have Deuce, Stephen Yarbrough Jr. Taekwon Hamilton Jr., a.k.a. Pork Chop, right? We got Rhythm Mason, a.k.a. Fat Baby. We got Damani Lloyd, Moneybag. Then we got Dion Haynes, a.k.a. D-Lo. Right? Zaire Anderson, a.k.a. Bull. Right? So we got all these young men. Right? Preston Rowe. Ryan Shirley. Right? Titus Rubble. Jr., all right? Steven Watson, aka Hitman, DeQuanlin, DeQuaylen D2, right? Williams. We almost done. All right, we got Zion Zebo Hyder, right? Javon King. I got two more for y'all. Caden K-Dub Washington, Jashawn Beecham, and then we got Jason Stevenson. So when you look at this whole entire roster, SED was overly loaded. Overly loaded. You see what I'm saying? Like, my goodness. So for them to go and not even score on a Supreme, to me, was underachieving. Now, I know we could put that on the coaches, but all these young men, they were built for these moments. They just wasn't prepared for it. So when I'm looking, I'm saying, what are they missing? Which is why I'm doing this, because I'm trying to assess what this team is missing. If you ask me, the only thing that they're missing is more depth in the trenches. You get that, you talking about a potential championship contending team, right? We know that they're good enough to get there. Now, the question is, where are they going? Are they going AYF? Because we hear that SED, right? We hear that SED is supposed to be going AYF. So what are they doing this year? Only thing that I know, that this team should be championship or bust. If they don't win, they under deliver. All right. So just to kind of show you guys the good, the bad, the ugly, I actually have a video for you guys, right? Just to show you that this team can pass, this team can run. I think that the game plan just was not executed. Now let's look at this. As you look, they started off good, mixed up. They took what Supreme was able to give them. They started off playing their game. Little slant passes. They were taking what was given. Okay. They were able to move the ball because they were mixing it up. Now, what affected them? Penalties. All right. So y'all seen that what was working for them? What was working for SED? It was a lot of slant routes, right? A lot of quick passes, right? It was a mixture of the run game When they went away from that, they lost all chances. They didn't convert when they was moving the ball. They did not convert right when they was in their own territory. They didn't score the touchdown, right? They could have gave them the momentum that they needed in order to execute the game the way that they were supposed to. So for me, the next half of this video, it displays the issue that SED was facing. We talking about penalties, missed tackles, misassignments, far as catchable balls. Once I press play, you're going to see that this was an indicator of the game just being a step behind. So as I get ready to press play, watch what the young man do. He got there, the safety got there a tad bit too late. And that was the indicator of the game. So as you watch right here, they got Sweet Feet in the backfield. Missed tackle. Fumbled balls, right? So as I watch this stuff, right? All is showing me that SED is not that far behind Supreme. SED is not far behind anybody. They end up being a runner-up. But I had to ask myself, was this actually a team that could compete? And after looking at that roster, I just showed y'all how deep this team was. They can literally compete. They can literally compete, right? They have the kids, but they have to have the coaching that's able to maximize these kid potential and opportunities in the moment. That was the issue that I seen with teams like Bugatti when they play versus Voodoo. Teams like SED when they play versus Voodoo. It's like they'll have everything going for them, and then somehow when they get to that final stage, they just crumble. They don't stick to what got them there. As you see, they were torching Supreme on them slant routes. Why go away from it? Why not do a little bit more plays in the flats, right? Why not mix the run game up a little bit more? It was either you was just going to run heavy or you was going to pass heavy. When they started off in the beginning of the game, they had a lot of success because you didn't know what they were going to do. They was mixing the their plays up quite decent, and so that's my thing, man. I started off again with them because I literally said this team right here was overly loaded. This team right there had all the pieces that they need. They just lacking depth in the trenches. But if they able to get more pieces, more big man, I think we could talk about them being a national champion. Now, obviously, Supreme will get better as well. But SED can do something that is hard for Supreme to do, which is they can pass the ball, and Supreme, they're going to have to guard it. So I like the quarterback. I like the decision that this young man made. So I am not too worried about that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, SED is one of them stacked teams, and I see why a lot of folks wasn't concerned the first time that they played versus Supreme and they lost. In fact, people wanted to play them again, but the only difference was they did not, I repeat, they did not come prepared or to play. So as you seen, I showed some videos. I would love to do more teams. If this is something that you guys feel like I should continue doing, let me know. Also, tell me some things that you would like to see me do different. You know, tell me that, and then like I say, man, I try to make the corrections. But that's all I got, man. I just want